On August 30th, Warren Buffett will turn 90. What do you get the man who has accomplished almost everything for this significant personal milestone? I offer some personal words of appreciation. There is no argument about Buffett's status as the world heavyweight champion of value investing. Since 1965, he has generated a 20% annualized return for shareholders of Berkshire Hathaway. Through various phases, he has acquired, built, and assembled one of the most unique American firms, a $500 billion market capitalization conglomerate with nearly 400,000 employees, including the deep intellectual bench of 26 at the headquarters. There have been many great capital allocators in American history. Some created phenomenal wealth from railroads, real estate, and most recently, the internet economy. The greatest single aspect of Warren's legacy, though, has been his longevity and leadership over time. Ted Sykes, who famously lost a 10-year investment wager to Warren, offered perhaps the greatest compliment about the Oracle and encapsulated this trait. Quote, "There have been a few notable super investors over time, but many of them benefited from exposure to opportunities specifically during their particular investment period. Warren Buffett is the only investor I have met that I could confidently say if you dropped him into any period of U.S. economic history, he'd always find a way to make a lot of money." Each year, Berkshire Hathaway holds their annual meeting in Omaha. Through the inspiration of the chairman, the event has welcomed tens of thousands of international participants, making it perhaps the largest single corporate gathering and most generous free offering of business education in the world. This year, with little anticipation of normal events, and despite being in a high-risk category due to his age, the 80-year-old Buffett still single-handedly presided over the meeting in the historic hometown venue. It was a performance of tremendous mental and physical resolve, stretching well into the late evening. For most, commanding such a complex organization would crowd out other engagements, yet the Oracle is consistently committed to student education. Charlie Ellis, founder of Greenwich Associates and a former Yale professor, once invited him to come speak in New Haven. Although he declined the trip east, Warren counteroffered to meet with the 20-student class in Omaha, where he answered questions during, quote, "the most informing and illuminating 2 hours any of us had ever had." As the session ended, Warren invited all the students to join him as his guests for lunch at a local steakhouse. In addressing broader audiences, Warren has a unique ability to enhance engagement and understanding through his wit and clever storytelling, both key allures for reading all those wonderful annual reports or traveling to the annual spring meeting. Our company's founder, Mario Gabelli, sponsors a dinner and events in Omaha in coordination with Columbia Business School each year to encourage intellectual exchange, and I have had the great luck to be a part of Mario's contingent over the last decade. On the very first trip to the Hilton Omaha Hotel, I was on the second floor looking for our corporate meeting room when I mistakenly stumbled into the middle of the Berkshire Hathaway Board of Directors meeting. Although I had always hoped to meet Mr. Buffett, I had never imagined this introduction included Charlie Munger, Bill Gates, Sue Decker, or the 2 burly security guards that allowed me to escape without a significant embarrassment. Before I did, though, the surprised looks of the entire board induced Warren to turn his chair around to face the doorway. Seeing my flustered state, he smiled and kindly said, quote, "Welcome to Omaha. I hope you enjoy the weekend." On behalf of the students, investors, and Berkshire enthusiasts who have received both your lessons and shareholder returns, happy 90th birthday, Mr. Buffett.